So I'm Shaun Prescott. I am the artistic director of L Infinity. I'm going to actually type that in the chat in a bit so that you can see the correct pronunciation. Actually, it's here. L Infinity with 2 T's. I'll give you the explanation behind the name in a bit. I'm also I teach dance at the University of Trinidad and Tobago. And today I'm with a very old and dear friend of mine.
She's not referring to my age. So my name is Shaun Lee. I'm actually founder of Simple Express. My company has nothing to do with dance. But I'm also a professional dancer here at LNYTT.
Infinity. Totally, I've changed it.
Infinity. I'm a choreographer here as well, and I've had some pretty amazing dance experiences thus far in my life. So we're going to just share some of the things that we've learned from our journey. Of course, Shaun has a lot more experience than I. But I think I'm a good student, so I'll be able to, add some value here as well.
House rules, you will notice that everyone has been muted by default. If you do have a question or comment, you can go ahead and type it in the chat feature. If Zoom is new for you and you don't know where this feature is, I'm just going to type here so that you can see where it is. Here is the chat. Am I typing? No, I'm not typing it. Here is the chat, guys. So you would see it come up you'll see a notification come up. And so I know Maya and I know where Maya's from. And I apparently have been butchering Chikwasha's name. Chikwasha, you can let us know where you're tuning in from. We'd love to know where you're tuning in from.
Yeah, I like the idea of that. Let's know where you guys are from. Is everybody from Trinidad and Tobago? Do we have anybody from outside of Trinidad? And what part of Trinidad are you from? Just leave it in the comments. Let's get an idea for where you guys are at.
Yeah.
So we have Arima.
Nice.
And
so yes, and you can go ahead and use this chat feature while we're having our discussion. If you have any comments, if you have any questions along the way, you can type it in there and we will go ahead and respond to your questions. So this is in the US. Awesome. Okay. So we have a few areas that we want to cover today that
I think we feel it's extremely valuable as a performer. Because we all see what's happening with TikTok. Everybody today is a dancer. But there's a big difference between a dancer and a performer. And I think that what we want to do today is really focus on some of the aspects that you're not going to get unless you're in the performing arts industry. So we want to kind of give you all a head start or advantage compared to your peers that you associate with.
All right, so you're gonna jump right in?
All right, so where are we gonna start?
We jumping in all
All right. So I think the first topic that we're gonna be touching on today is inspiration. Because in this field, we're all creatives. Most of y'all in the chat, y'all are creatives. We are creatives. And we create new and different things every single day. So what we wanna really talk about is where do we find the inspiration to create the dances that we create if you're a dancer, the music if you're a songwriter. Where does that inspiration come from? Shaun.
Okay, so for me, I draw a lot of my inspiration from experiences that I'm going through personally or the environment in which I'm in, the circumstances. So I'll give you 2 examples, right? So one example is a piece that I'm working on right now. I'm collaborating with a composer named Adam Waters. He's based in London. I met him through UTT. He was a professor at UTT. He's now back in London and we maintain contact. So Adam reached out to me. This is when we were on the lockdown with COVID and stuff. And he's like, Shaun, I really want to create something about this whole experience, COVID. And he's like, let's start talking about how is it for you in Trinidad? How is it for you? How is it for him in London? So I said, I've been home. It's been, the only things I hear is like a car driving on the street. Somebody might be driving a long pong, or every weekend there's this truck that will pass manual topsoil, or like there's another one. Iron, scrap iron, or batteries buying. So he was like, like he's composing the audio track based on sounds in code. So he actually sent him a recording on YouTube of that, and like so we using like the atmosphere, the songs that people will be experiencing during COVID time as the soundtrack, like the piece. And then in terms of movement, we're gonna try to. I mean, everybody's been using Zoom, everybody is Zoom on Zoom these days, right? So we're gonna be doing the choreography where persons, well, all of this is not set in stone, but these are the ideas. The choreography are in the screen, so we're doing like a digital display and that kind of thing. And I'm seeing people joining as we're talking. Welcome. So that's like some of the conversations that we started to have for this COVID-inspired piece that we're going to be. I think that's gonna be in our December production, because every year UTTs have an annual production. It's normally be at Napa, but we're not sure how the performance is. That's another thing we can touch on. My second example is a piece that I did called Sandy. So while I was in New York, I studied for 2 years in New York, and while I was there, we had two events happen while I was in New York. One was Hurricane Sandy, which happened. I was living on the coast. I was living on Coney Island, which is like, I swear you look out the window and the beach right there, right? Although I never used to go to the beach.
Yeah.
And people, they were advising to evacuate because this Sandy was meant to be like this big thing, and my aunt and I didn't evacuate. So it was like a whole experience, right? So we were like on the second floor, so had to come up the stairs and all kind of back and cars floating outside. We had to remain in the house for days because we can leave the house, food started to run out, all kind of thing, right? And it really made me appreciate simple things in life, like friends and like being able to communicate, being able to go outdoors and that kind of thing. So the piece that I did, I think I might have it on YouTube. I can send a link if anyone is interested. The piece was called Sandy, and it was about my experience during that time. Having to deal with the hurricane and being indoors and just like being very appreciative of life outdoors. So those are my two examples of what I use to inspire my creative process.
So I think it's safe to say that each one of us, we all have, as human beings, a unique experience. Like everybody's experience is different. And I think with Shaun, the way that she creates, it comes from her life experiences. Things that she experiences in her life and how they make you feel.
Definitely.
Because I know from a lot of the performances that I have seen that you have created, it puts me in an emotional place where it's either thinking about that my first love or when I went through this medical thing, or like it always takes you back to something in your life, because it's like we're all on a similar wavelength and we could kind of share in that experience, even though ours is a little bit different.
And Solomon, I'm going to add to that because like in terms of when people choreograph, so people don't always have to choreograph.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is the story and she died, and like you don't always have to have a storyline, right? So I've also done abstract pieces. And what's good about abstract pieces? So even with an abstract piece, that I start from a place of, okay, I just like this music, I just gonna put movement to this music. Sometimes people might see a storyline in the piece, or they might not. They might just be like, oh, she hits in the beats real good. Like people does choreograph based from different things. So one approach to choreography is also just by doing a musical interpretation of what it has nothing to do with a storyline, it has nothing to do with experiences, it has nothing to do with. I'm peeping at the chat to see who's joined us. I'm seeing Justifan. Hi, thank you for joining us. I'm seeing Michaela. Oh, hi, Nick. Alison, a few people have joined in. We've said this at the beginning. Feel free to drop us a note in the comment. We know that everyone is muted. Drop a little note in the comment. We're taking questions in the comments. And feel free to let us know where you're from. Oh, Nick, I just saw you join your camera with your mask. I love it.
So just to add to Shaun's last point, right? Notice her first point and her last point were two completely different things. And I would just like to say is that when it comes to finding inspiration, there's no set formula, there's no right or wrong way. It's simply about finding what works for you. For some people, it's just listening to the music. For some people, it's like relating to past experiences. For me, a lot of times, if I want to do a song, I would look at the people that have come before me. I would take inspiration from what they created and then see how I could put my own twist on that. So there's no right or wrong way to find inspiration, but I would just encourage everybody, like, try different things and see what works best for you. There's no set form.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like we could, on that note, we could
We
can move right along, as you can see, we should have real stories from the truck driver to, so let's make sure we keep going along. So what's the next thing you think we should touch on?
I mean, if you want us to go down in order, we can talk about
preparing for live performances. Have you ever done a live performance?
Maybe once or twice, yeah, maybe.
Have you ever performed with any notable artists?
Maybe. I know you're trying to get
I don't know. You know somebody by the name of who got married the other day? Marshall Monk. Marshall Montano. You ever performed for him?
Maybe once or twice. I actually spent 7 years performing and touring with Marshall. And I was talking to Ariel. Hi, just shout out for the side to Trinidad. I was having a conversation with Ariel on the way down to here, and I was telling her that a key thing in persons developing their career is networking, right? So because of my experience working with Marshall and performing and touring with him for so long, through that connection, I got the opportunity to perform and tour with Pitbull. Ollie Pitbull is the US artist who does me like, right? So, and that was like amazing. That was like, we were on a bus, we had three buses, Jane and Pablo and stuff, we had 3 buses. We had 1 bus for the dancers. And we would literally drive to the next stage, you reach in the stage in the morning, you come off the bus, then you would build up the stage at wherever venue we were at. I remember there was one time one of the first performances we did, even see us a real little box and thing, and after the performance, we packing up the box. Whole stage come down before we finish packing up the box, and be like, okay, Ollie, we need to do this quicker next time, right? But it was a real good experience. We said literally, we used to build up the stage at the venue, we dance, we perform, come up on the bus would drive to our next state, and we get off the bus and do it again. I mean, it was like a real memorable experience.
Yeah, I know, definitely performing. I had the opportunity to perform with a lot of soca artists. I also competed internationally at several competitions, Hip Hop Unite, Hip Hop International. I actually toured with Kes.
Yes.
The Girls Them Sugar. That was an amazing experience.
So actually, let me ask you this, because different people have different procedures, right? So we were just talking about this before we started. I could be doing the same routine with Marshall on stage, night after night after night during carnival season, and every single time before the show, I will get nervous. Right before we go on, all of a sudden I need to use the bathroom, or I'm freaking out. My heart first. Then once I get on stage, it's fine. What is your process? How do you prepare for going on stage?
Well, definitely, if we're talking in terms of preparation, I know right now we're getting people excited with how fun it is to be on stage.
Yeah.
But the preparation usually starts in most cases, months before we actually hit the stage. And it is a lot of hard work. So yeah, it sounds nice, but it's like literally months of rehearsals, like sometimes 3 to 5 days a week.
Yeah, and long
3
hours.
Right? We had, oh my goodness, we had some rehearsals that were 8 hours long.
And people will hear that and they think it's not true, but it's literally like, for some people, we dance and perform, it's full time. So you wake up in the morning, you get to the studio, you have a little break for lunch or whatever. That was the same experience for Soca Monarch dancers when we performed with Soca Monarch this year. Maya, I'm going to come back to your question. I'm seeing your question. But just to add to what Solomon is saying, like, a lot of people think, okay, so there are definitely 2 aspects to this, right? One, we have some artists who you're rehearsing for months and stuff before, you really have to put the work in. But then you also have the situation where you get a call for Soca Monarch 2 days before, or you get a call for some event maybe a week before, and you really have to put things together in a very tight schedule. So, like, for me, a dancer or performer, it could be whether you're dancing, whether you're acting, whether you're singing, you have to be able to adjust to the circumstances that you're faced with. So if you have a situation where you're called, if Beyonce call you and tell you, I want you to come and dance tomorrow, and so now you're gonna put something together and get yourself in time. So you have to be able to switch it up. Like you have to be able to, and that's actually one thing. Like sometimes I try to tell people when we're training that you have to be able to pick up choreography quickly. That's like a skill that people will need. You have to be able to retain and not forget, because you only get to rehearse this 2 days before, but you really want it to be tight on stage. And in addition to that, even if you don't have it tight, you have to have the ability to improv. Like, how many times you forget choreo on stage?
So definitely rehearsal is extremely important. If you're going to do a live performance, you need to go on stage as, I don't want to say prepared because the worst always happens, but you want to be as prepared as possible. I think it's real important, like in rehearsals, we kind of get spoiled with the mirrors because, people like Shaun and P83 Studio provide us with these nice facilities where we can rehearse with mirrors. But if you're preparing for a live performance, you need to practice without mirrors. Like you need to see what it feels like to perform in different directions. When you get to the venue, you don't know which way you're going to be facing.
Yeah.
So you need to prepare in advance for all of these things. I know another thing is with live performances, there's the track and then there's what the artist does.
Oh yeah.
So aside from your rehearsal for what you have to do, there should be some space in your mind for what you will do in the event that somebody decides to do something.
So Maya, I'm saying you asked how I started dancing with Marshall. I actually started in the year that he had released Jumbie, which was I think maybe 2007. And there was an audition for Jumbie music video. I dragged Zalima, I was like, hey, let me go to this audition. And we auditioned. I think, you know what happened? After we did the music video, we were backstage for Bacchanal Wednesday. And Jumbie started to be on stage and let me get up and do the routine. And we literally ran up on stage and started to perform. And then we started to perform with him. We actually got that connection through Patrice Roberts as well, because I started performing with Patrice Roberts, who was attached to Marshall Montana's band at the time. And we used to do, you're looking hot, and all kind of thing. We used to perform with Patrice first of all. I was going to say something else about that thing that you were saying about being. So you rehearse, foot to the track, right? And then this is the thing that every dancer who ever performed on Soca on stage will know when the man say no, and everybody starts. They try to wait till they come back and with the whatever part of the song, whatever. So for our Soca Fit workout routine, we actually named that with the Soca Monarch sway, because everybody knows in Soca Monarch when they say low and you ain't have no choreography set for that part, you're going into the Soca Monarch sway.
Soca Monarch, how you feeling? Yeah, it's a fact.
Yeah. And
that's a classic example of being prepared.
Yes, definitely. And also developing the skill of retaining choreography, but developing the confidence to do improvisation and do stuff on the spot is important as well. We just have a lot of people in classes, like those sessions. Sometimes you might you're doing, so you have the choreo, and then you lead the music running. And so the choreography stops after the chorus and you do music when, and you see people, some people will go into their own freestyle in class. That's preparing for improvisation. That's preparing for the moment when you go on stage and something not going the way that it's supposed to go.
I mean, the reality is why we are focusing so much on being prepared is because when you go on a stage, you're not going on a stage for 100 people. Most times it's thousands of people, probably as far as your eyes can see. And you don't want to mess up on stage. Preparation for live performances, preparations.
I'm seeing a question. What's the best crowd you ever performed for?
I think I had two best crowds. One would have been a local crowd and one was a...
Give us some details.
Yeah. So I think my best crowd for me was the first time that I ever performed for Marshall Monday.
Okay.
I don't think anything is really prepared for Marshall Monday. Marshall Monday is huge. And for that performance, I think the first performance that we had, we were literally up. They built platforms in the air. So from up there, you could have literally seen the back of the crowd, maybe, I don't know, 6 blocks down. It was a massive crowd. And the performance that we did was with Marshall. and it was I think it was his hit song for that year. So literally, like, you performing as you giving your all, but then the audience is giving you their all, and it's like the energy just keeps compiling. Like, that was definitely one of the most amazing performances for me.
Yeah.
Another performance that was absolutely incredible would have been the 2 times that I competed internationally at Hip Hop International and Hip Hop Unite. And for me, aside from like the size of the audience, what was incredible for me is at these competitions, here it is, this is me, Solomon Lee, and my group of friends from Trinidad and Tobago, a small dot on the globe. And then you're at this event competing next to literally the best in the world. All the people that you're watching on YouTube and these music videos, like, that's your competition. So to be able to share a similar stage with those guys, to me, that was also incredible. What about you?
I think Masha would probably be one of the top performances as well. I remember one of the first times we went to New York and we performed in Madison Square Garden, and it was like Peter Mitchell had these big costumes and we had like these nice headpieces. Actually, this logo, let me not these big, so he had these headpieces. The logo is a headpiece from one of Peter Mitchell's designs. But yeah, and the same thing, like, just you could prepare yourself for a crowd, and then when you feel that energy coming back at you, like, it's just be unbelievable. Like, no pause reason, right? So it's be unbelievable. So
I say we have another question here. How many routines at one time would you have to learn for performance? It depends. It honestly depends on the performance. You have performances where you just have one routine to learn. It could be 2 minutes, it could be 5 minutes.
So I'll give you all this. So we have one Marshall to be as an example for all these things. So classic Marshall Monday story. We would, as a team, we've been working with Marshall for some years, right? And so we would prepare as a team. We'd take Nicole Age and we'd have a meeting. We say, Marshall, we know Marshall Monday coming up. What you want? I don't know. We don't know. I don't know. 2 days before Marshall Monday, so Carnival Friday, we get the call. Yes, we're ready. We want to start rehearsal. All right, no problem. What does he want to do? He gives us a list. I saved this list on my phone. I would tell the dancers. I said, earlier, you got to do this. When I checked, I think the most performances that we've done for Marshall Monday could have been like about 21 songs. And this is like dancers, you do jumbie into high into smarter than that, into scandals in one, and then you run off stage. You go, you change, you get ready for the next set. It might be advantage and then change. Like, so that should have been.
And I think, crazy. I also think, like, for any of y'all that have ever seen a Marshall performance, like, just looking at his dancers, they're on stage for like 90% of the show. So it's a lot of routines that you have to do, depending on what the job is. So it honestly varies.
I'm seeing another question. How has TikTok changed the dance community? And has there ever been a time where the first time you met the artist was on the day of the performance? Or do you always meet? So we can tackle that second one first.
Yeah.
Yes, there's been times when you don't get to meet the artist beforehand. So like they would send their manager into the studio to see, and sometimes like the manager will film things and take it back to them. And then you literally like only getting to see them on the day of the people, like, so come on up. Sometimes people don't come into the rehearsal beforehand.
And again, this is why we emphasize the fact that you always need to be prepared. You have some artists where that is the case, but then you have other artists where they come into the studio with you, they rehearse with you multiple times that week to ensure that they know exactly what you're doing, so that the performance is in unison.
Yes.
So honestly, it varies depending on the artist.
And I actually think that the artists, the ones who take the time to come into the studio and rehearse with the dancers, those are the ones that the performances always end up being a lot cleaner and a lot more precise, and those performances will have a bigger impact. The ones who kind of don't really pay attention, so you see it in the performances. See, like, sometimes you see a little bit. And then let's take the question: how has TikTok changed the dance community? Me first?
Yeah.
All right. So first of all, social media. I must speaking on something. I find it so hard to keep up. So I get up to speed with Instagram, and then they come with this TikTok, and I register for TikTok. I hardly know how to use it, but I know of a lot of people doing these TikTok challenges and stuff, and they would create simple phrases that a lot of people and try to get a lot of people to learn it. I think one positive thing that is coming out of that is that because the phrases and stuff are simple, you'd have people who are not traditionally dancers being encouraged to learn a simple phrase, and that might open their eyes to more things in the dance community. Yeah. So I think from that aspect, it will definitely it's good for the dance community.
Yeah. I think definitely the way I see it, TikTok is like an avenue that is going to expand dance as a whole. Because they're making it so simple, they're making the routine simple. Like I literally have performance like with, come on, Decibel, you know, we visited schools, some of your schools we visited. And I've literally gone to schools and everybody in the school know the TikTok dance. And that is so amazing because it allows non-dancers to get the confidence to dance. And then because there are a lot of people that want to dance but they have the fear.
Yeah. And
I think definitely TikTok helps to overcome that first hurdle of overcoming the fear of trying to dance, which can open up so many opportunities after.
So earlier, excuse me, because I now pick up on something I'm hearing here, so I'm going to adjust this a little bit so because you want to see the P83 in the studio. Big up to Adrian, Daniel, and Nicole Nawani in the P83 space. Welcome, I'm seeing some new people joining us. Ariel, I'm seeing Blossom joining in. Kate, I'm not sure which Kate. Kate is asking a question, favorite song to perform to?
What kind of question is that, Gil?
I actually don't think I have a favorite song. I'll tell you why, right? Because so our company's slogan is experience different styles. A lot of people don't know that. But that's the company's slogan. L Infinity, experience different styles. I'll give you the story behind why we changed from NYT to Infinity just now, right? And when I was coming up in my career, I used to dabble in a lot of different things. So I started with modern and contemporary, and then I come and I do a little hip hop. I used to do hip hop with Adrian, and then I do a little Latin, and then I do a little. So like for me, I appreciate a whole bunch of different styles. So like I would have one favorite song in soca that I like, and I might have a different favorite song in contemporary, and I might have a different favorite song in depending on what the style is.
I think to answer that question for me, I think it's just important to recognize who you are as an individual. So like for Shaun, there are some people that like they want to experience everything. We in Trinidad and Tobago, this is the place of everything. Kalaloo, you know what I'm talking about. For me personally, as a sweet man, so I love dancing to R&B.
Okay.
I can't give you a song, but I can give you a genre. For me, I love creating choreography to R&B.
Okay, nice. Yeah, and it's nice to have you have a niche, and a lot of people that is actually what will distinguish you in a field. So like you're known for something like this. I'm seeing another question. Do you think dance or the arts in general is shunned in Trinidad? Sorry, then I have to keep coming forward. I really good. My eyes are not good. I have to keep coming forward to read the question. You or me? You go first? Me first?
All right. Shunned is not the word that I would use. I know definitely in a lot of areas it is, I guess, undervalued and underappreciated. And I would say that for me, there are a number of factors that contribute to that. But I think it's very important that we as dancers recognize our value and the part that we play. Because if we ourselves don't know how valuable we are, you can't really expect Trinidad and Tobago to value you if you don't yet know yourself what your value is.
Okay. I just made a question again. If it's Shaun. So when you compare the arts industry in Trinidad and Tobago to other places in the world, we at a disadvantage. Like Canada has a lot of funding for performing arts and the arts industry on the whole. Or like you would see persons in the US who could. I feel like the number of persons in Trinidad who try to make a living off of dance solely is not as much as it could be in the US, right? So you have in the US, you have people who it's a lot more developed. They have like unions, they have insurance and all that. We're not at that stage as yet in Trinidad and Tobago, but I do think that we've made a lot of strides, because when I was now started up and stuff, it didn't have no UV didn't have a degree in dance, and UCT didn't have a degree in it. UCT now has the performing arts and the whole, so you could go and qualify and get certified a Bachelor of Fine Arts in the performing arts. You could specialize in dance, you could specialize in music, you could specialize in theater, and those degrees are fairly new, maybe within the last 10 years or so. And I also think that we've seen the growth of a lot of schools coming up teaching dance. So, okay, we have, I've almost every day I hear of a new school. I heard of a new school just today. Like, people are interested in teaching the art form, and I feel that is going to be a lead towards the development of dance in general in Trinidad. I'm seeing another question. Oh, they're firing these questions, boy. What's up? How does it feel as instructors to see your students? Let me go back. Hold on. I can't dance to save my life, but I have seen some performances, and it's always amazing to see.
Absolutely. The thing about dance is that while we enjoy it so much as dancers actually are spectators. It's for the people. Like, we create for you. Like, yeah, we create to express ourselves, but at the end of the day, we want that message to be seen.
I think a lot of people sometimes they see a one little performance and they don't realize how much point is it. Sometimes we will get called a lot for people to say that they would say, oh, we have a performance, we have this award ceremony, and if you can do a 10-minute piece. And we're saying, but you know how long it's going to take for us to rehearse the 10-minute piece? Over 3 minutes. I'm seeing the next question. I'm going to use your surname because I'm not going to butcher that. Cumberbatch. I know you're saying you can't dance to save your life, but like, if you are interested in it, it's like I tell people, like, you could always start somewhere. Like, I started ballet at 21. A lot of people would call and they would say, do you have classes? I have 2 left feet I want to learn. And I would say, no, take a class, try it out and see. And yes, it's like a bicycle. You jump on a bicycle, you're not going to be speeding down through town as soon as you get your fall down and you get back on the bicycle and you try again, And then let's take this other question. How does it feel as instructors to see your students excel?
Absolutely. It's one of the best feelings in the world. I feel like any teacher, you go to teachers in school, is the same thing. Like, knowing that you contributed to somebody else's success, like, is one of the best feelings.
I can't give an example, right? Because, and as use this example, not only for L hat, but for UTT hat. Mr. Tevin Daniel, yes, I call it a name. Tevin started dance as a street style. When he started with hip hop and dance and stuff. And he was probably either late teens or early 20s when he started. Contemporary, started doing modern classes and stuff with us. And Tevin, it always comes down to how determined you are to do something. And Tevin was very determined. And Tevin trained. He joined UTT program. He did 4 years. I don't think he did ballet before joining UTT. 4 years alone training. He did ballet, contemporary and stuff. And now he's in the Lion King in the UK touring. And that's to tell you, like, if you really want to get through something, you just have to train. And that's it, like, when I see the silver videos, the giraffe and stuff like he do in Lion King, like, it's meant hard to see that, like, this was you were part of our family coming up, and like, look at where you are now. And I have so many other examples of persons who, like Alicia and Anaya, started dancing with us at 3 years old. And, they started with ballet, they took different, now Alicia is on this big poster on Milo ad coming around, like, they're performers now, like, so, it's really something else.
At the end of the day, anything that you want is yours, provided that you're willing to make a decision to have it and continue. I know we're answering a lot of questions, but I feel like we should try to
go through the topics. I know I'm saying dream artists to perform for. What do you think can be done to develop and enhance the dance industry?
Can I have that one?
Yes, take that one. And then we come back to this.
What can be done to enhance and progress the dance industry? Guys, Decibel Entertainment is doing just that. This workshop that we're having here is one of the things that we as dancers can do. Things like this could help to grow and prosper the industry. I think it's very important that for me, one thing I see lacking in the dance industry is that we have a lot of focus on the dancing. So a lot of people dance, rehearse. But they don't have stuff like this where you teach them about the business behind dance. The networking, like Shaun spoke about networking, she spoke about training. There's so many different aspects of dance. It's not just dancing, especially if you want to make a career out of it. I mean, the mere fact that we have degrees for people to study dance, it just shows like dance is a very broad topic.
No, Solomon, I agree with you 107%. Like,
yeah.
And yes, Ariel is there. I was talking to Ariel. Ariel, I mentioned your name before you logged on too. I tell a lot of people, you could be a brilliant dancer. You can have your legs 6 o'clock. You could be doing 5 pirouettes. You could do dive and roll, flip over the banister, jump back and land on a piqué, right? It's not only about your ability. It's about your professionalism. It's about how easy it is to work with. It's about whether you show up on time. It's about how do you communicate with people. And like a lot of people don't realize, it's all of that. It's more than just your ability to dance.
And I can definitely tell you, like my experience at L, coming up, I was never the best dancer in the room. I was not. But I possess a lot of the other qualities that she mentioned. Like you don't need to be the best. But once you are willing to put in the work, everything that you just said.
And I'll tell you something. 10 times over, I would be willing to work with somebody who has all those other qualities, show up on time, reliable, and they're not the best dancer. I will work with them over somebody who have their leg up in the air to do all these things and best dancer, but their attitude sucks, or they're disrespectful, or that they're not going to show up on time, or that. Like, so you'll have to really consider. And it's an encouragement for persons who are not the best dancers. I've had situations, even for this Marshall Monday, where people would message me and say, how come this one get picked for Marshall Monday? Or how come this one get picked, and because this next one is dance better than them. Guess what? They have the professionalism, or they're easy to work with, or they're respectful. You know, that kind of thing. Like, hands down, I'm telling you all one time. And it's an encouragement for persons who might not be the best, but if they know that they can deliver on all these other things like communication, respectable, like reliable, and all these things, that they can get opportunities over the best dancer, because the best dancer has a nasty attitude.
Definitely. So it's definitely more than just dance. Yeah. But I think what I want to touch on now, Shaun, I feel like this is a real, especially in this day and age, this is extremely important. Your personal brand. Yeah? I feel like we should talk a little bit on creating and building your personal brand, whether it's as a dancer or any other performer. Like what goes into, what does that even mean, creating your personal brand?
Okay, what does that mean? So a lot of people used to ask, when I started L and stuff, we got a lot of exposure and stuff through social media. We didn't have money to take out ads I tried to do an ad in the papers once when I Prescott today ad. I said that again, I can't even. And we started to use a lot of social media. We started to use word of mouth. When I work with you and I realize you work, I will recommend him to work to somebody. If somebody call and say, hey, you have somebody who could, I'm looking for 2 dancers. I will recommend him because I know of how he works. And it's part of your brand is not only what people see and hear. It's like everything else on the inside. Like so, and I feel like building a brand is something that is not gonna happen overnight. You have to continuously, like you see the elevator 2-minute speech. You end up in say in a taxi with Swappy or something. I don't know if Swappy is taxi, but you end up in a taxi with Swappy. TTRS, he drop it up. You have like 5 minutes or so to make a good impression. What is your brand? What do you want to represent to him? Like, what do you want to say? Like, so people have to think of What is my brand? What is my brand? For me, I actually have two brands. I actually have maybe three brands. That's so sensitive. I have L, which is the dance company, which is not only Shaun Prescott, and a lot of people, and I'll say this, L is a team of people. L is Solomon, L is Nicole, L is Ariel, L is Blossom, who on the line. L is a family unit. My second brand is Shaun Prescott. That's me. That's if someone wants me to come and teach a soca class in Guadeloupe, Shaun Prescott is going and also going to be represented two brands. And then I have the Superfit brand, which is, and a lot of people think Superfit is me, but it's not. I'm behind her. But it's important when you're, like for me, I still want to maintain my personal brand even in the midst of all these things.
So so in terms of your personal brand, right, I feel like we should also leave you with some actual action steps, like things that you can start doing now to better improve your personal brand. I know with a lot of people, their personal brand, a lot of it has to do with social media. And I think that's definitely a good place to start. Like simple things like high quality photos. If you are a performer, like performers are usually in the spotlight. If somebody wants to recommend you for a job, they're gonna send you Instagram page. Like you should have your Instagram looking good, you know. And it doesn't require you to spend a whole lot of money for a photographer. I'm pretty sure like you have friends that do photography that would love the opportunity to be able to add a dance shoot to their portfolio. So Shaun spoke about networking. That's a big thing. Like, who do you know that you could actually partner with to get a lot of these things done? I know definitely high quality photos are one.
And you know, it's sometimes you don't even need to have a photographer. Like a lot of these personal devices have high quality pictures.
Yeah.
Just don't take it as a selfie in the bathroom. Look for a nice background, and like you can have a friend take pictures, and you know.
Yeah. Also, like model the dancers that you look up to. Look at their social media profiles. What are they doing that you can follow? You know, like that's the shortest way to success. Like find somebody that has done exactly what you want to do and just mimic and do what they did. Why if that's why I'm so much? Because
but not only mimicking, but also collaborating with them. Like you can reach out to someone. I've had persons reach out to me and say, "Hey, I want to do it could be simple things. Like it could be, let's do a video together on the promenade, or let's do." And that talent collaboration just go a very long way. You know why? Because like say for example, I say that the video we did on the avenue or something, right? And we have this video up. I'll use another example. I had this videographer say, he wants to do some work. Now, it could have been that I had to pay this videographer to shoot a video. But the collaboration comes where he's going to be willing to do a video for me for free. And for free, I'm going to offer my talent to him. So we both collaborating for free. And then now his followers, so we did this video together. You post it on your Instagram, I post it on my Instagram. My Instagram followers will now be like, oh, who's this Solomon guy? Let me go check him out, and vice versa. And collaboration gets your work and your work seen by more people.
Yeah. At the end of the day, like I think one of the things that performers miss is the marketing element of a performer. Like yes, performing is one thing, but you have to be able to market yourself as well. And marketing is real simple. The more people that see your work, the more jobs you will get. It's all about reaching more people. So it's important to be consistent. You want to continue to create the great, amazing content that you create. Partner with people so that you can do it at a higher level. Partner with people who are influential that could boost who you are simply by that association. Like I know when I walk on the road, half the people don't know who I am, but they know Shaun. But because they see me next to Shaun, all of a sudden, like I have a little bit more stature. Like you know what I mean? Like,
let me tell you this other thing, right? You see people that you're meeting in it could be school or something. Like I be in school, right? I had persons who in class with and stuff, and you develop a relationship with them at that point in time. And then 5 years down the road, they're calling you, hey, Shaun, I remember you used to talk Spanish. I'm gonna do a dance project in Cuba if you could come with me. And like simple things like that, collaborating with people. Don't think of what is happening in front of you now, but think of opportunities that might happen 5, 6 years down the road. When I was at the Ministry of Trade, I was trained, have nothing to do with dance. I was working with this lady, Naika. Naika knew at the side, she see in the social media, so she see have dance happening. And like after I leave the ministry, just like 7 years, I not work with the ministry anymore. And she was moved to Guadeloupe and called me to come and do a workshop across there. That's the collaboration and stuff, networking and people that you meet and opportunities that might happen way down the road. So every time you're engaging with someone, you might think, I didn't think at that point in time when I was working in the ministry that Naika would not have any influence on my life years down the road. But you want to always make a good impression because I'm seeing a question for you, Solomon. Solomon, was it difficult managing your own business and being a performer, and how do you handle this?
Before we even get to business, let me start back from when I was in school, right? Because I've been a performer since I was in school. When I was in UE, I was actually studying mechanical engineering, which is extremely demanding on the brain. And it was actually really funny because it was like two completely different worlds. I'm in school doing engineering, and when I tell them I'm a dancer, they're like, what? Oh, dog, is a nerd. What dance are you talking about? And then when I come to dance class, I'm like, yeah, guys, I study engineering. And they're like, what? No, oh, yeah, dancer. So it didn't make sense, right? And I will agree, it was definitely very difficult to balance, like even in school. Because I remember, like, carnival seasons, we would have rehearsals every day during the week. On the weekends, we're on stage, sometimes 2-3 performances at night. We had performances like on a Sunday, and then literally I probably came off stage at 3 a.m., head home, bathe, and then I have to head to school because I have class at 8 a.m. So yeah, there was a lot of that. There was a lot of sleeping through some classes, if we're being real. It wasn't intentional, I just fell asleep in the class. But it was difficult. But the thing is, if you have a passion for something, you'll find a way.
And I think that's a good segue into this other topic about mental toughness and just like really having this mind space. If you know you want to do something, dog, it's not gonna be easy. Like Nicole will say that as laugh and telling this, right? Every 2 Mondays, I want to close down the company because I'm frustrated. Like, I didn't do this again. Hey, come on, dog. And like you need people to get you through that, but you also need to have the mindset of being determined enough to get through the difficult times. And this is not only for dance, this is for any career at the end, music, theater, makeup, like whatever. Is have stuff that will. Melissa, like this is an example. I was talking to Melissa down the road, and she said, Murphy, Murphy has a lot, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. I said, Murphy library is today because she was saying, we were supposed to stream on YouTube, something not working, it could be frustrated, you want to say, no, but I ain't do that again. And you have to like have the determination to push past.
Yeah, it's extremely important to have a positive mindset. And I mean, there are a lot of people in your life that are extremely negative. Anything happen, they're like, why this happen to me? Cut it out. Listen, you need to take responsibility for everything, and you need to be solutions oriented. Like there's always, every problem in the world has a solution. It's whether you're gonna sit down and cry about the problem or you're gonna think about how can I fix this. It's like there's always a way.
And in addition to that, like you might not be able to solve the problem, but there's somebody else who might have a solution, and you have to be humble enough to ask for help sometimes. Like you have to be able to say, you know what, I can't do this on my own, you can help me with this. And not only in terms of just fixing problems, but I feel like especially during this corona pandemic and lockdown, it has put an extremely ridiculous toll on people's mental health and their physiological being. And so your health and wellness is not only about your physical state, but it's also about your mental state. And people have to know, they have to be able to recognize when, things not so hot, like I might need to talk to a friend, or I might need to like reach out to somebody, and that's okay. Like it's not a sign of weakness if you need to reach out to somebody. It's actually a sign of strength to ask someone for help.
And you know, they say there are no shortcuts in life. That's a lie. Like once you're surrounded by good people, positive people, people that actually contribute to your life, your mental space, your mental health in a positive way, like that makes everything so much easier. So I think it's very important that you watch your environment and the people that you spend your time with.
Yeah. And not only, so we're talking about, so true, Solomon, yeah, Pastor, so true. So, health and wellness, we're talking about health and wellness. So we spoke about, your mental being and wanting to consider that and like you having the wherewithal and determination to get you through if this is the correct path that you want. But a lot of dancers like to eat fast food, like we talk about nutrition. Yeah, nutrition is a big deal. It's a big, big, big deal.
Yeah. I'd actually like to put it out there to you all as simply a challenge. Like, just take 1 week out of the rest of your life to just eat clean, as in eat lots of vegetables. Don't eat processed food, don't eat junk food.
Drink
like
water.
Just lots of water, just 1 week.
Yeah.
You will feel the difference. And like as a performer, like that makes a huge difference because your energy levels will go from here to here. Like I know for me when I'm eating clean, like I feel like a superhero. Like I just feel it. I don't know if you could have a similar experience.
Okay, so I'll tell you all my experience. My experience is that genetically, I might come from a lean family. So when I was growing up, I used to be the one eating up all the fast food and stuff, and I say, no, I'm not putting on no weight, so it's all right. And then there was one time I went to the doctor, and he said, "Girl, your cholesterol is through the roof. What are you doing?" And he was like, "You're 2 inches away from a heart attack." And so it's like,
mind you, she looking good, eh?
Yeah, so a lot of people just think, oh, I eaten all of this and I never put it on weight and it's okay, and it's your health and stuff is not only about how you look. It's about a lot of all the criteria that is used. And so I had to clean up my act. And you want to have your career last a long time. And as dancers and as performers, this is our tool. This is what we are using as part of the career. So if I come and I get diabetes, I have to come and cut off a leg. I'm messing up my career by doing that. So you want to make sure that nutrition is as important as when you go and take a ballet class, or as when you go and train and take a hip hop class, or as when you do, you want to have nutrition as just as important.
I just remember, like, dance is a physical activity. It takes a lot on your body, and it's extremely important. Now, while you're putting in all the hours to become the very best, you're putting in all the hours to rest, to recover, so that you can, in fact, become the very best.
That's a really important thing. Madam Blossom, who on the live, people who's pushes, it's one good thing to push, is push, but it's come a point where your body does say, you pushing, but I go in my bed, and it will shut you down. And so you just have to know when to take that rest before your body decides to take the rest for you,
Yeah. And I mean, guys, for those of y'all that know me, y'all know my skill set stuff. We're getting phone now. y'all know me, right? That's my stuff. So I can tell you all, in my life, I've had so many injuries that I can preach that, guys, in everything that you do, especially as a performer, you want safety first. Like, safety is extremely important. Like, if you know that you're doing something that is high risk, like a trick or particular move, make sure you have somebody looking at you, guiding you, making sure that they spot the little mistakes, and take your time to progress. Don't just go from A to Z. There's B, C, D.
Yeah.
Like, be progressive in what you do. Because injuries will set you back, and there's some injuries that you can't recover from. So it's really important that you put safety first.
Yeah, like back injury and things, and then it takes so long. Up to now, I don't think I have the flexibility in my back anymore. I watched some videos, Ariel showed me the other day, and I go, God, I wish I could do that again. That's it. Like I had that one little back injury, and then what you used to do, you can't. Like I'm probably going to take so long to get back my flexibility in my back anymore. We have 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions or any topics that we haven't covered, I'm just going to scroll to the chat and see if we missed anything. But if you have any other questions or topics that you want us to cover, someone said for Solomon and Trinidad, does it make sense being a male dancer?
Absolutely. First and foremost, it makes sense to be anything that you're passionate about. Secondly, if you want to talk finances, like all it requires is a little bit of creativity. If you see everybody trying to make money one way, best believe it have a million other ways that you could use the exact same skill to make money. So just because, for example, you see everybody like in Trinidad, you know, carnival time is a hype time, and they're like, all right, we have to perform for Soca Monarch, da 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 da. Like dance is not Soca Monarch, guys. Like there's endless opportunities in Trinidad and Tobago to make a living from dance, whether you're male or female. Actually, I feel like you have an unfair advantage as a male because there's so many female. The ratio is just so perfect.
Oh yeah,
so
I'll tell you actually, like especially in UTT and stuff. Like to me, there was a point in time where male dancers in Trinidad used to be shared among dance companies. So like used to have the same male dancer performing with Caribbean School of Dance, and then they come and they do stuff with L, and then they do stuff with Bentley Potter, and they do because there's a scarcity, and sometimes when they want men, it's the same pool of men that you have to draw from. So actually, for me, it does make sense to be a male dancer because there's so few and far between that sometimes when people want to work this male dancers, the few male dancers, they call them.
Supply and demand, guys.
I'm gonna go back because we missed something from Alison. She was asking a dream artist to perform for. I'm just scrolling. I'm scrolling to see if I missed anything else. I know my dream artist. Very good. You go and say your dream artist.
Guys, we're almost out of time. If you have any questions, please drop them in there.
My dream artist would be Beyonce. Like I don't think I want to perform for plenty other artists, but if Beyonce called me tomorrow, I'll jump in.
I feel it. I really like Jason Derulo. If Jason Derulo calls me, or if I can really make up my mind to go after Jason Derulo, like I think that would be my dream artist.
I'm seeing. So before we tackle this last question, Solomon, I'm actually going to put your social media handles in here before we log off. I'm putting your social media handles. You can follow Solomon at. Just now, hold on. Put it for everyone. Solomon 00S, and he also has his company. It's called Simple Express. Solomon, you want to tell them briefly about the company?
Well, basically, we do branded merchandise as well as personalized gifts. So you could send us any picture that you have, and we could actually print it onto jewelry, high quality jewelry. Some of y'all would have seen it on social media. We actually do jewelry for schools as well. So be sure to just check it out. All the information is there.
Maya, I'm going to tell you that in a sec, I'm posting my social media handles. Instagram is Shaun Prescott, and the company's handle is L Infinity. It's with 2 T's. I'll tell you briefly why we changed the name. So because I'm seeing Maya asking why did we change L's name? So L actually started as L Incorporated because I used to call everybody by their first letter. So L was for Shaun, and I wanted to incorporate myself into a company, right? L Incorporated was the first thing. And then when I was in New York, we opened a branch of the company in New York. So I changed it to NYTT for New York and Trinidad and Tobago. And then I moved, we did some workshops in London, and I did some work in South Africa. So I was like, oh yeah, I keep adding letters, NYTT, UK, SA. I was like, so we changed it to Infinity, meaning all options, we could work throughout the world, but I really wanted to represent coming from Trinidad and Tobago. So we put the TT as representing Trinidad and Tobago, but it's pronounced Infinity. There's one last question. Besides soca, what's the best genre of music you'd like to dance to?
I already answered this one. R&B.
Yeah, for me it's soca, but I also like doing contemporary, so it would be that sort of thing. Now we are at 6:59. We have 1 more minute. I'd just like to say thank you so much to Decibel Thank you to Simon Batiste. Thank you to Nicole Nawani. Thank you to Melissa, Chef, for having us. I think their work is really, truly amazing. Check out Decibel's page. It's Decibel Entertainment Festival. They have a whole bunch of things happening. I'm seeing in the chat happening. Thanks for the workshop. Yes, you're welcome. If you have any questions that we haven't addressed, please reach out to us on social media, message us. We'll respond.
We love you guys.
Thank you. Bye, guys.